These guys get so romanticized. It's insane. Okay. Get me out of here. First of all, it's time. We're gonna watch Gojo versus Makima. Get ready. Spoiler warnings for anyone that
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp and
doesn't read the manga.
Satoru
Rooster Teeth is the.
Gojo, Jujutsu Kaisen Sorcerer Sensei.
Makima, Chainsaw Man's head of Tokyo Public Safety.
These two paranormal mentors are so strong that they change the very worlds they exist.
What do you think is better? All of ReZero versus first episode 6 episodes of Astoria?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Japan, December 7th, 1989. Satoru Gojo was born, and the world changed.
And in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen, invisible, cursed spirits born from negativity threaten humanity.
So it's up to the Jujutsu sorcerers to do battle with them.
And what better way to learn the trade than to sign up for Tokyo Jujutsu High?
At this institution, a sorcerer will learn to harness their cursed energy, or the spiritual manifestation of intense emotion.
It's like Ki, but if Ki desperately needed therapy.
With it, sorcerers can boost their physicality and perform devastating curse techniques. Anything from voodoo dolls to swapping places with mere claps.
And lucky for humanity, Satoru Gojo's the best sensei.
He's 6'3"? Among Us, lol.
A sorcerer could ask for.
Gojo isn't just the best, he's known as the strongest. His very birth forced the strength of curses to exponentially rise. Like witnessing a world record get broken, cursed society shifted to match the might of Gojo's presence.
As a kid, Gojo knew he was the shit. He mastered the art of the Riz, the hoops, and the curse murdering, all alongside Suguru Geto, his sorcerer.
True, shouts to the Rizzler.
Together, they planned on changing Jujutsu society for the better.
And
let me see. I need Pete. Oh, Rizzler, Gojo. I'm back. Sorry about that. I got distracted by some guy called the Diddler. I don't know. Weird ass nigga, bro, but I'm good.
if anyone could do it, Gojo could. Thanks to his bloodline, he got one of the most busted anime powers ever, Limitless.
Limitless grants Gojo a nigh-perfect defense by actualizing the very concept of infinity.
It creates an infinite space around himself, stopping anything coming his way. The dude is literally untouchable.
Kind of. Gojo tailored Limitless to automatically detect an object's mass and velocity. As the difference between himself and an object decreases, Limitless halves the object's velocity. It's like Zeno's paradox.
Think of it this way. If you're trying to get from point A to point B, first you gotta go halfway, then you gotta go another halfway, then another and another, and so on. With Limitless, you'll never arrive, just like my alimony payments.
Hence, infinity. Yeah, it might sound complicated, but it basically creates a spatial force field around Gojo at all times.
Techniques on this level would burn out other sorcerers in seconds. That's where Gojo's incredible 6 eyes come in. They let him see and near perfectly control cursed energy at the atomic level. So he'll basically never run out of juice in a fight. He isn't just built different, he was born different.
6 eyes and Limitless gave Gojo the power to manipulate space itself. Gojo's lapse.
Hold on, come on. Did Miguel say at that point in time atomic level? Let me see. I forget what he said. Okay.
So he'll basically never run out of juice in a fight. He isn't just built different, he was born different.
6 eyes and Limitless gave Gojo the power.
Initiate technique Limitless brings forth the concept of infinity, grants levitation and teleportation. 6 eyes enhances curse energy, sensing and analysis, reduces curse energy usage and intensifies. Bro, I don't know. I read Chainsaw Man. I'm like, oh fuck, man. Makima's stupid busted, bro. Nah, I think Makima's gonna win this one, bro. Makima's kind of nutty busted. Holy shit, making guys go woof, and you have no choice but to say woof. Bark, bark, yiff, yiff. 6 Eyes enhances curse energy sensing and analysis, reduces curse energy usage intent. Though, to be fair, those are base stats. Her base stats aren't that good, though. Usage infinitesimally reduces. Well, to be fair, we saw what happened with Sukuna, but okay, let's see. Curse technique, because they may actually address that. Curse technique, Laplace blue. Reversal red. Oh no, let's say Laplace, lapse blue. There we go. I think that's something right. Reversal red, hollow purple, maximum and unlimited output. Bad technique, curse, current, yeah, okay, sorry.
Power to manipulate space itself. Gojo's lapse blue technique attracts and condenses space into singularity.
Reverse curse technique, black flash, binding vow, revealing one's hand, domain expansion, limited void, manifestation, innate domain, sure hit, stat buff, overloads a victim with infinite combo. 0.2 second variation.
With reversal red, Gojo does the opposite, repelling space. Think push and pull. But you may be asking, how does one accomplish this with cursed energy? With math!
Curses!
This nigga Gege actually did this shit. He actually showed the ideas of never reaching the number. I'm actually impressed. He actually did this?
Exactly! Cursed energy is typically negative like with blue, but when multiplied by itself, negative cursed energy becomes
positive. Like he's on a high.
Creating red.
Oh, strawberry and blueberry.
So, what happens when you combine a positive and a negative?
Grape?
0! And by combining reversal red
Grape.
and lapse blue, Gojo
Grape.
creates hollow purple, an enormous ball of curse energy that literally applies the concept of 0
An imaginary mass rushes forth
to an opponent, crushing and repelling them into nothing.
Gojo's a walking cursed Swiss Army knife. Levitation, teleportation, even expanding limitless to fry his enemies. Gojo can also use positive energy to heal humongous
Correctamundo, yes. Yes.
wounds.
Sukuna says that Gojo reverse curse technique restores his right prefrontal cortex on top of. Actually, wait, time the fuck out. This step out came out during the fight between Sukuna and Gojo. Oh shit. Yeah, because it happened 10 months ago. Yeah. Sukuna states that Gojo's reverse curse technique restores his right prefrontal cortex. You're right. So he's doing the lobotomy thing. On top of restoring his mental prowess, reverse curse technique, he heals damaged parts of his brain. But Kashimo does state that it cannot restore a fully destroyed brain.
And he's constantly refreshing his brain with it 24/7 to keep up with all of this.
Still, there's one technique that costs more cursed energy than anything else in a sorcerer's repertoire.
Every sorcerer is born with an innate domain, a mental world shaped by their mind and heart.
Add cursed energy to it, and these domains can be manifested physically, a technique called domain expansion.
Every sorcerer worth their salt needs one, and you know damn well Gojo has the scariest unlimited void. You get caught in this, your ass is grass.
Exposure to unlimited void overloads your consciousness with a stream of infinite information. A mere fifth of a second of exposure can leave a normal person in a vegetated state for months.
Too bad it requires so much energy you can only do it like once a day. Oh wait, except for Gojo.
Except for Gojo, yeah. We ain't doing this again, bro. Oh, we're not doing this again. Oh, but we are. Oh, but we fucking are, bro. Oh, but we are. Here comes, okay, binding vows, lobotomy, crazy bullshit. More recently, a week in Sukuna dodged Kashimo's EM waves, chapter 237, suggesting even greater ceiling for Jujutsu Kaisen speed. Okay, sure. The octopus isn't Ghost Sensei. Use the main expansion multiple times a day. Yeah.
Gojo, who has done it multiple times in a row. Thanks again, Six Eyes.
Quite frankly, Gojo was getting so strong that the axis of the Jujutsu world began to turn on him. Like the meta of a fighting game defined by one broken character, he defined the hierarchy of
Brigitte and Goats metas. Overwatch. I know that shit. That was fun.
Power in
as in fuck those niggas.
The sorcerer world. He alone was the honored one.
His mere presence can cause.
His breath shifted the world balance. Tremendous 800 an 8,000 meter depth trench. Yeah, true. Actually, yes. He was there. Obliterated buildings and forests. Proceeded 3 years of worth of information in 1 minute. Healed from certain death. Yes. Osakuna King, yes. Defeated Joe, yes.
Earthquakes. He outran sonic explosions and applied cursed energy within a microsecond.
Gojo has been repeatedly stated
Wait,
by many.
wait.
And applied cursed
Black Flash. When the impact of a cursed energy is applied within a 0.000001 seconds of actual
energy
hit.
within a
So you put so the actual Mach speed of that is 284 times faster than the speed of sound. One raised to the 6th power. What about the speed of sound? The speed of sound is that 303 meters per second?
a microsecond.
Gojo has been repeatedly stated by many to be the
It probably checks out.
strongest sorcerer there is.
That includes his ex-student Hikari, who can dodge lightning, or this little volcano-headed cursed Jogo, the
Whoa.
student Hikari, who can dodge lightning,
I don't know if that was the stroke return or the step ladder.
or this little volcano-headed cursed
Because those are 2 different speeds.
Jogo, the embodiment of humanity's fear of fire, who can bring down city-shattering meteors.
Jogo's maximum meteor is constructed generated by a curse technique rather than meteor pulling out of outer space. Correct. Destructive yield is based on its ability to render Shibuya to dust and ash. But it didn't, though.
And Gojo kicked his ass with 0 effort.
But strength alone was not enough to fix his cursed world. When Geto rejected Jujutsu Society to forge his own justice, Gojo's philosophy changed. Instead of doing everything himself, he would teach a new generation of sorcerers to carry the torch when he could not.
It's
Yes.
all about setting an example.
Nah,
If it means
I'd win.
a world where his companions can stand shoulder to shoulder as equals. Who cares if he's got to show off a bit?
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by HelloFresh.
Battle
Raised in
with America
beautiful day, the sun is shining, the birds are singing.
and a giant AK-47 carpet bombed the neighborhood. The sky rains blood. Millions are dead. Dear God, wish it's the end times. Run away!
Calm down, there's no reason to panic. It's just that in the world of Chainsaw Man, devils exist and your fear makes them stronger. Never mind, panic.
Remember that spider you shrieked at, or the last time you cut yourself dicing onions? Now the spider and knife devils are the monstrous products
Yeah, this shit's weird.
of your nightmares, and they hate you specifically.
The fearsome gun devil stood as the epitome of terror and destruction and was responsible for a countless loss.
This is stupid. This is fucking stupid, bro. Whoever, if content creators at that point in time actually read every name, more power to you guys, but fuck that.
Of lives. But a group was formed to combat it and the other devils that plagued humanity, the Devil Hunters.
Live in Japan and got yourself a pesky zombie problem? It's time to call the 4th Division of the Public Safety Devil Extermination.
A government-funded devil hunter unit led by a stone-cold vixen, Makima.
She's dressed like Columbo with a blank stare and a sadistic streak.
Fucking Columbo!
She's been in the game for a while and just found herself a
shit.
new prize.
The union of man and pet devil dog, Denji, the Chainsaw Man. Upon meeting him, she gave him a choice. Live under her as a human dog or die by her hand as a devil.
Sounds sketch, but Denji's brain was set to teenage boy and Makima's hot. So in short order, Makima got a new
Right
pet.
now.
Makima may seem terrifying at first, but she is a dog lover and a cinephile. Though you'd
No, she's terrible.
be ill-advised to mess with her.
Sure, for her position, you'd expect her to know how to defend herself. Martial arts here, swordplay there, but devil hunters like Makima become real threats when they make contracts with devils. A classic Faustian bargain.
She is a devil.
Give something of yourself. The devil gives you power.
She can call death upon anyone she chooses through a complicated ritual and even survive being shot through the head.
Because, as they say in the Devil Hunter world, you need your screws loose to live.
But she might have more than a few screws loose because, in actuality, Makima is a devil herself.
Gasp! There's no way this clearly evil character could be a villain in disguise.
The Japanese government has been keeping a close eye on
Age unknown, height 5'8", the control devil, leader of the public safety instrumental yellow.
Makima ever since she was born. Rightfully so. She isn't some F-tier scrub like the Bat or Leech devils. She's the control devil, embodying humanity's collective fear of the oppressor. In a way, she's even more terrifying than the gun devil.
Yes.
Makima can exert absolute...
Bro, I cheer for the gun devil, not hard. Heavy, bro, heavy. All right, heavy. I have the power to control those I believe to be less than myself.
Mental control over any creature she views as inferior to her, which is basically everyone. People, animals, even other devils become puppets under her command.
Except the chainsaw.
She can even hijack their senses to listen and see whatever she wants.
As a devil, Makima's far stronger, faster, and more durable than the average person.
Plus, her metabolism lets her...
Control works on any being she perceives to be inferior, can manifest its power from the form of chains, the philosophy, physiology, not philosophy, physiology, true. Telekinesis, yes, usually used as bang. Damage transfers, damage is transferred among Japanese populace. That's a problem right there. That's a huge problem. She doesn't really die because whatever happens to her gets transferred over to some other random Japanese citizen as either a disease or some sort of accident. It's crazy. Death ritual, superhuman senses. Hello.
Slam down as many beers as she wants to. So, Makima, if you're into countlessly divorced alcoholic rednecks, you know who to call.
By drinking blood, she can heal her injuries, and her sense of smell is so potent that it can spot targets from over 300 miles away.
Yeah, it's crazy shit, bro. 300 miles. 500 kilometers, bro. Good luck.
Not only can she control your mind, but your body too with telekinesis. She can mess up your internal organs or blow you away with finger guns. She doesn't shoot you with invisible bullets. She points at you and then a wound just happens out of nowhere. She controls all sorts of things with these ghostly...
Yeah, bro. Oh my god. Dude, this show is crazy as fuck reading this. While it's not explicitly stated, these changes appear to be intangible. They phase through targets they control, leaving no blood or sign of injury. Well, yeah, it's her link to those that she's controlling. When she controlled Aki for the first time, we saw that, and also the angel dude. We saw the chains kind of manifest.
Chains that stab her victims. Once they're hooked, they're easier to control.
Makima has plenty of devils in her collection. There's the massive fox devil, the future devil for precognition, and a ton of devils that exist just to stab you.
But I'm definitely all about the blow shit up devil.
Amen.
The undead party devil, the flamethrower devil, and the unholy matrimony that's the angel devil.
Wait, him? No.
Which will make you see God before you die.
Yeah, I don't know what that shit is.
After about the 20th time, seeing God gets kind of old. Anyway, like other devils, Makima...
So we're applying, We're applying the summonings too? So we're applying all these other devils. That ass?
Can form contracts with people to give them power.
But unlike other devils, her control powers allow her to force people into contracts that exclusively benefit her.
Like when she forced Japan's prime minister into a contract that states, and I quote, any attack made on her will be changed into appropriate illnesses or accidents among Japanese citizens.
What?
All the Japanese citizens.
The verbiage of Makima's contract is worded specifically so that she quickly
That would include people domestically and abroad.
Heals from any damage that is perceived to be an attack, transferring said damage to some poor random citizen of Japan.
Yes. Man, imagine like taking a shit and Makima gets hit and whoops, guess you're wiping at the pearly gates.
With these abilities and contracts, Makima set out to
Death, war, hunger, there are many things in this world that
create the world that she wanted. No more pain, no more war, no more bad movies. The world would be perfect, but she needed the Chainsaw Devil to do so, who just so happened to be living as Denji's heart.
Yep, that cute doggo is actually the Chainsaw Devil. Oh, talk about shitty luck, kid.
In the depths of hell, Makima watched in awe as the Chainsaw Devil literally ate devils and eradicated plagues from existence.
Yeah.
Because of the Chainsaw Devil, in this world,
Shark Fiend, Violence Fiend, Rize the Bomb Hybrid, Katana Man, Flamethrower Hybrid, Crossbow Hybrid, Quan Chi, yeah. Whip Hybrid, Spear Hybrid, Longsword Hybrid.
concepts like nuclear bombs, HIV, and even Nazis do not exist.
He
Yes.
literally ate the concept of Nazis out
Yeah, he ate the console Nazis.
of existence.
However, as Makima didn't see
Anton
Denji or the
loved shit.
Chainsaw Devil as beneath her, she could not directly control him. She needed to manipulate him. So she decided to build Denji up and then tear him down as cruelly as possible.
First, she murdered Denji's found family one by one.
Then she made Chainsaw Man into a public hero, stripping him of the power devils receive by being feared.
Oh, so she could control her precious Chainsaw Devil and make him press backspace on anything she didn't like.
Her
Pretty
telekinetic
much.
bangs shot the Chainsaw Devil out of orbit, and they stalemated the Darkness Devil, which
Well, to be fair, not just
bangs shot
it wasn't one, it was a series.
the Chainsaw Devil out of orbit, and they stalemated the Darkness Devil, which embodies humanity's greatest fears.
Makima's stronger than devils like the Bomb Devil, who can easily blow up
Maybe the most
buildings, or
manipulated most of the world nations into submission, banged the poacher out of orbit, took control of most Japanese devils and fiends, regenerated from bisection and multiple all that shit.
the Typhoon Devil, which made city-spanning storms.
And while fighting the Gun Devil fragment, this
Quan Chi,
large
yes.
behemoth moved over 300 miles in a few seconds.
Wait, hold on.
Fighting the Gun Devil fragment, this large behemoth moved over 300 miles in a few
So he was in America at first? 'Cause that confused me sometime before. Apparently he was in America and then came to Japan.
seconds.
She was pretty much unbeatable,
No, maybe I'm wrong about that.
though ultimate power can make it pretty lonely at the top.
Makima's quest may have been to make the world a better place through domination, but the truth she was never willing to admit to herself was that she really wanted to understand human emotion. After all, you can't control someone and love them at the same time.
Too bad she never quite found the answer she was looking for when the Chainsaw Man defeated her once and for all by cutting her to pieces, cooking her into a 7-course feast, and fucking ate her?
Believe it
Okay, bro. Yeah, he was okay. So I understood that first, but okay. Bro, fuck yeah.
or not, the love Makima tried to understand was her undoing. Despite the hell she put him through, Denji still
Fuck it.
loved Makima in his own
Fuck
way.
it, bro.
So the act of devouring
Listen,
her was its
cringe?
own
Nah, nigga, listen, bro. I don't care. Makima was doing too much. He had to die no matter what.
own act of love and did not
Makima was
count
doing
as
too much. He was doing the most.
an attack,
It was time to go.
passing her
Like Sukuna, it was time to go. It was time to go.
immortality.
Completely batshit insane. That's Chainsaw Man for you. Who knows, Wiz? Eventually, the Control Devil will come back, though it won't be Makima.
While her path back to hell was paved with good intentions, in the world of devils, it's no surprise that Makima came so close to her ideal future.
She just coming back as well as the Control Devil coming back, I thought was way too early. There should have been like way more time.
This episode of Death Battle I'm not
For a unique fight like this one.
We'll be considering curses and devils to be comparable beings to avoid arbitrary terminology in their power systems that might make this fight incompatible. We will also consider Gojo and Makima's
Wait a minute. Time
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, a couple of rules for a unique fight like this one.
We'll be considering curses and devils to be comparable beings to avoid arbitrary terminology in their power systems that might make this fight incompatible. We will also consider Gojo and Makima citizens of the same Japan to balance it out.
So Makima can use her powers to the max.
It's time for a death battle!
And also, no,
Oh,
but that last part's for Makima specifically. A normal curse incident was reported.
Love this part. Could have been some flicks right about now.
Yo, Gojo's not that much of an asshole. Nigga, who the fuck is in the goddamn...
Love this part. Could have been some flicks right about now.
Why do you have guts? The fucking knight in Dark Souls 3, I think? Is that Virgil? What the fuck? Okay.
But gotta kill you instead. Can't just let a curse do as they please.
No talking during the movie.
Huh? Curse technique lapse. Womp womp.
Ah, wah, wah, wah. Yeah. Come on. Accidents or diseases. Like, at least have this nigga die because there was a steam explosion and then it had a metal sheet go through a skull, not just explode randomly. That makes no sense. What is this? Hold on, chat. Give me a second. Give me one moment. She's bad and really happy.
Careful. I could have died, but that much won't matter to you soon.
Don't worry. I'm Satoru Gojo, the strongest.
Confident, strong, and idiotic. We'll be sure to write it on your tombstone.
What is this? Castlevania? Like, how many weapons is Castlevania? That was like some honest to God shit that you would see in a Fire Emblem game. So many weapons and so many kills. Yeah, look at these weapons, swords. Like where? Like, what the fuck? Like Guts' sword too.
Calm.
Nah, Colin's getting fucked up again. Flamethrower devil.
I hope we don't kill you too quickly.
Zombie devil.
Should be good, since you're so weak.
Bang.
That works on him?
Bang. Bang. Bang.
Really?
Now, be a good boy and play dead.
What is that, by the way?
Should I bark too? I'm getting really tired of your pets.
So her ability, like what? Because it's like a sure hit or something, it's allowed to pass limitless?
Domain expansion. expansion. Unlimited void. Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Really? Wait a minute. Why the fuck did her? How did she not? How did she not reform?
KO!
Okay. Wait, that was interesting. Okay, because I thought that you'd have Makima reform no matter what. It's because she has to process this shit.
So do you think that place is offering discounted tickets or too soon? Yeah, I'll order online.
Gojo and Makima were complicated to compare. On the surface level, Gojo had a lot going for him.
It's no surprise, given that his reputation in Jujutsu Kaisen is that of its pinnacle. At least it was.
First of all, it's unlikely Makima would see Gojo as
To use control, Makima has historically needed to prove herself superior to foes like the Gun Devil, Quan Chi, and technically Rize. She would likely need to do the same against Gojo.
inferior to her, in a similar way to how she saw Denji. So she wouldn't be able to immediately control Gojo.
Gojo's birth caused a giant shift in the world of curses. Plenty of people have recognized that after only seeing him once. Being better than everyone is literally Gojo's thing.
Plus, Gojo automatically refreshes his brain with positive cursed energy 24/7. Even if Makima could control him, it wouldn't last very long.
Gojo was obviously stronger too. The best
Cause he fucking, okay.
feat we can compare Makima to is the Typhoon Devil's storms. But that's nothing compared to the meteor created by Jogo, who is leagues below Gojo in strength.
However, considering she reacted to the Gun Devil fragment, Makima would actually be a bit faster, though she would need to be
Really?
able to get past Limitless for her speed to matter.
I want to know why she didn't regen, and I don't know why her ability is able to pass him in the first place.
Makima had more devils than you can shake a fin at, but
A sorcerer's body acts as a domain, preventing forward objects from being created inside of them. This counters the mold devil's ability to form mold within other bodies.
most were rendered moot against Limitless. Knives, fire, bombs, zombies, it's all stuff Gojo's dealt with before, and with zero issues.
And Gojo could easily wipe out her demonic crowd with red and blue whenever he wanted to.
The future devil could clue her in on anything nasty coming her way, but that wouldn't last forever. Plus, with Gojo's six
True.
eyes and teleportation, she had zero opportunities to break away and set up her instant kill moves.
But
Okay.
Gojo would obviously lose if he couldn't permanently kill Makima. Six Eyes couldn't inform him of Makima's contract with the Prime Minister, and eventually one of Gojo's attacks could cause his death instead, even if it took a while.
And Makima did have a way past Limitless with her finger guns. Makima could land attacks directly on Gojo's body, meaning there's no projectile for Limitless to detect and infinite.
Okay, so his ability works specifically on projectiles of some degree. If it's the thing that can, let's say, is it a thing he can perceive or not? Like, is Makima's invisible, or is it just she hits the target by default no matter what? Like that X-axis shit that you see, what's his face? Among the Stern Ritter, Star Knights, whatever he does. Forgot his name. Forgot his name for a second. Shit. What? I mean, maybe. I suppose. I'm not too sure though. You can agree both ways. It should or shouldn't work entirely on how Bang works in your own version. Yeah, like, I mean, I think because I never really perceived it like that with her, where like she was actually just damaging the target outright. I thought that it was this sort of projectile that then damaged, or some sort of energy and then it damaged it per se. But I guess not.
Infinitely slow down.
Though when they did land, Gojo's healing ensured that he repaired his body quickly.
On the flip side, Makima didn't have a counter to Gojo's domain expansion. Unlimited Void overloads its target with unlimited information. It's not really an attack.
You could call it an attack on the sense.
An attack doesn't have to be physical. What? It's clearly a mental attack.
But even if she could transfer it to other Japanese citizens, she still could not escape an infinite amount of information.
Time out. It's not like, hold on, time out. For the average person, yes, 0.5 seconds have them in a vegetable state for like months. But at the same time, other curses that are within infinite domain, his infinite domain, after some time they're fine. Like Mojito or Jogo, and even Choso, they were able to adapt relatively quickly and they were fine. After like a second or two, or how long it was. Even stronger curses you would assume would also be able to break out that fine, or like not be affected at all. Well, not at all, but like they would be stun locked, yeah, like Sukuna was for like a second or two. That was it. Hold on. Yeah, I remember Halloween Santa Claus thing. I understand that. No, that I get. That I get. What I'm saying is that I don't know if you can actually say that Gojo thing is actually unlimited information because of the fact that we have seen curses ultimately operate just fine after being within Gojo's domain expansion. Even after Joe got his head ripped off and he was in that shit, he was able to reform his body and then still function afterwards. You see what I'm saying? Also, Gege stated in volume or his fan book, I don't remember well, that curses' brains are affected differently / less than regular people's ultimate in Limit Void, really. But then, hold on, but she's not a regular, she is literally her devil herself. So she would also be a curse. No, the damage she would suffer, so they're saying that they're saying that the damage she would suffer from the mental attack, you could argue would go to other people, but because the damage is unlimited, it doesn't matter how many folks in Japan you have, because it's unlimited mental damage. But what I'm saying is that doesn't make much sense because we've seen curses be able to rebound from unlimited void, and I think she'd be in the same category as a curse as the control devil. Because it seems like the reason why she can't reform is because of him firing purple within his unlimited void. That to me is a bit weird. I feel like she should be able to regen. Like she would die, yeah, but then she would regenerate no matter what. Because if Jogo, or if Sukuna, or if Mojito can rebound from that shit, then she should be able to too. See what I'm saying? Let me see her.
We can compare this to the Doll Devil, who was defeated by a technique similar to Unlimited Void.
Despite being able to transfer her mind across a large number of hosts, the Doll Devil was still trying to transfer infinite information across finite people. Even with all of Japan as mental meat shields, Makima would still be overwhelmed.
No. The Doll Devil had a piece of the Darkness Devil's ability. Makima, as the Control Devil, could actually compete with the Darkness Devil. Not a piece, but like the entire Darkness Devil, like the actual unironic Darkness Devil. So it doesn't go 1-to-1 from Makima to the Doll Devil, because Makima is on a superior, she's on a vastly superior pedestal than the freaking Doll Devil. She was actually fighting Darkness itself. I see their logic, but I don't agree with it. I think it's kind of funky because, again, you have evidence in the show where Gojo doesn't do this to Sukuna or Jogo or Mojito.
Wait, doesn't that mean Gojo just unintentionally killed basically everyone in Japan?
Don't think about it. Regardless, Gojo is immune to his own unlimited void, so he was still unaffected.
Good for him. The moment Unlimited Void landed, Makima would be stuck, opening her up for a good old hollow purple.
Her contract isn't perfect. Makima only ever regenerated as long as there was some mass to come back from.
But hollow purple disintegrates anything it touches to zero. Literally, there's no
Was that stated? The only reason why this doesn't work is because how was she beat? She was beat because of love. It sounds corny and cheesy and stupid, but that's what it is. Denji ate her because of love. And that's how she lost. She lost to love. The imaginary mass that is hollow purple does wipe out her entire... How do you say? It does take her out, fair enough. But at the same time, given the contract, it should still go to somebody else, and then they get wiped out from existence, and then she reforms.
No way she was regenerating from that.
Sure, control as a concept will always exist, but a reincarnation of the Control Devil isn't Makima. This was one of the craziest fights we've ever had. However, with Gojo's
I see what they're saying, but I disagree.
raw power broke encounters and unbelievably
Like, what you need to do is that you need to actually completely, I would say you have to completely find a way to negate her power outright. That's how you'd want to do it.
busted limitless, Makima lost control over this fight.
And I don't see how this negates her powers. But it's not necessarily a bad mode of thought. I just kind of disagree with it.
Makima thought she had Gojo by the ball and chain, but in the end, she was left hollow.
Stop.
The winner is Satoru Gojo. Thanks for watching, and hey, are you a Death Battle member? We've got a ballot going on right now.
Okay, this one was interesting. I'm surprised, but what Denji didn't register as an attack on Makima. Yes, that's true. It wasn't an attack. That's why it's love. That was the point. But what they're saying is that because she was so overloaded with information, she couldn't register the attack of like Gojo's purple, and even even if she could, it was let's say like in the same vein as let's say Gojo killing Kid Buu, right? Where the spirit bomb completely eviscerated Kid Buu to the point where he couldn't regen, right? His whole being ceased to exist or whatever the fuck, right? That it's kind of similar here. It doesn't matter if she got blasted into oblivion. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The contract will still apply and she'll come back. That's what I'm trying to tell you. All right. They're saying that the contract doesn't. They're saying that the contract is null and void because of the mental attack that you get from Unlimited Purple from his domain expansion. But that I don't think would apply in terms of like, how do you say? They're applying the metric for a curse. I mean, for a human to Makima, not a curse. Even though Makima, as the control devil, should be more of a curse rather than a human being. So what I'm saying is that she gets blown to oblivion, fair enough, but she comes back because of the contract. Okay. Either way, that's what I think. I'm not saying like I'm necessarily, because this fight is complicated. Obviously, it's a very complicated fight. I'll give a thumbs up. I kind of disagree with the outcome because I feel like Makima should have come back like no matter what, unless you actually cancel her powers like out. Like you have to actually shut down her powers outright. But to be fair, it is an interesting take on it. I will say that. That's their assumption. Their assumption is that if there is mass left, but what we know from how she was defeated, it didn't involve an attack that could vaporize her whole being. She died because of fucking love. That's the reason why she died. It doesn't matter if she has no mass left. It would still go, because again, she's a concept. It doesn't matter per se if the only things that matter would, let's say, be one, like Denji's stomach, because he just erases things entirely, like whole concepts, like actual concepts. His stomach can, or I guess Pochita's stomach can erase actual concepts in themselves. 1. 2, that's why the devils feed him so much. 2 is that the contract, I think, should still be in place, because again, she should be operating more as a curse rather than a human. Either way. That's what I'll say. I think it's weird, but whatever. Like, I get what they're saying, but I disagree. I think that it's like, I think they make too many assumptions. Because, like, oh yeah, well, we can assume that her whole being wiped out by an imaginary energy mass can take her out, even though she can't die from an attack, allegedly. She died from the friend's middle. Oh, pretty much. It's a cheesy thing, but that's what was. Denji consumed her. He genuinely loved Makima, and because he loved her so much, while he was eating her body, she was dying. He didn't kill the concept. He just killed Makima. But again, if you kill Makima, it doesn't matter because the contract should, by an attack. It's an attack. Okay. Wheel. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that because it was permanent, because she was killed from love. She died permanently because it was love. And it was care. That's the reason why. No.